Yeah, so guys, we've got 2 new events on right now, and my thoughts on the new Sugar Rush event have changed. But before we get into all of that, first of all, we have a new legendary dragon to hatch. So you might be able to tell from the egg, but this is the legendary TAURUS dragon. So he is the current dragon of the month in DML, and we needed this guy to go towards the Zodiac collection. But the thing that I really like is the animation of his like crystal ball steaming. I like that. So the TAURUS dragon can be a bit stubborn. Some might even say bullheaded, but surround it with beauty and love and tasty snacks, and it will be reliable to the end. Isn't that just how you, like, treat a human being? Just fill it with beauty in the form of love and good food, and then you can even take the toughest cookie and make them a little bit, you know, chirpier in the day. So I guess Mr. TAURUS here is basically just human beings in dragon form. But regardless, there he is, and because he is a legendary, we will be able to get 200 bonus dragon collector points, and you know, we certainly need those dragon collector points. But we do have a crowded nursery event on right now, and he is going to give us some points for that. So the TAURUS dragon isn't necessarily, I wouldn't say he's a top tier legendary dragon. He has some very weird elements in being earth and fire. So it's kind of weird because he doesn't have high attack and he doesn't have very high health either. So rather than being good at one thing or the other, he's just sort of very mediocre at everything. You've seen it a few times with other dragons like the Root Dragon before. So it kind of sucks, but I don't really like this dragon in a team. He's so cute when he runs. Like that. I'm not going to tell you that he's not a cutie when he's like stomping around. But my overall thoughts about this dragon is that I probably would not recommend him on 99% of teams. But, I mean, his main use, like I said before, is the fact that we need to breed this guy to get the Zodiac collection finished and the Spring collection. So I really, really am happy that we managed to get this dragon. Again, even if I never use him in a battle, I'm still gonna love having him. And again, all of the animations and all the smoke coming out of him, don't know what that's about, but, you know, I'll take it. So, now with the collections that we have, all that we need now is the Gemini Alpha Dragon, and then when we get him, we will unlock the Deep Space Dragon. But then we need, we're probably going to need the Deep Space Dragon, along with all the others, like this one here, along with all of the other summer, winter collections to get this main reward that it says we've unlocked, but, you know, obviously we haven't. So we're going to need every single one of these dragons every single month. So even if we've been successful this time, it's a very long-winded and a long-lasting goal, so you cannot miss any dragons of the month through the whole year. Just remember that. So, after that, we have this new VIP event that has begun. We do have the crowded nursery event, like I said, so make sure you're taking part in that and hatching any dragons that come up. But we do also have the Precious Stones VIP gem spending event, and, you know, I guess it's up to you whether you want to call gem spending events actual events or not, since they're only available to people that just want to spend a lot of money, basically. But if you spend 1,700 gems during this event, you will get a free Sulphur Dragon, which he's pretty cute, especially in his baby form. But the main prize that most people will be going for is the Rock Dragon. If you remember him, he was available in a previous Dragon's Delight event as, what was it, a leaderboard dragon and a really high milestone dragon. But most people did not get a hold of him, so there is another chance for you to get him, but, I mean, it is a gem spending event. The event's been out for 20 minutes and we already have people that have spent 4,000 gems. So, take it as you will, but, you know, it is there, so you do have the opportunity to do that if you want. If you want, but, I mean, since we've got little, what is it, Nimmer, the level 10 legendary, let's take him for a quick fight before we talk about the clan stuff again. So where's a level 10 fight? Is it this one? Yeah, this one looks good. So let's go and pop him in, and we'll pop our other level 10 legendaries. So sure, we'll take our Lilith, and we'll take the other Zodiac Dragon that we have, being, oh, what's he called? I've actually forgotten his name. Ares. How have I already forgotten? I still remember when they announced that they were bringing out the Ares dragon. I was like, but don't we already have an Ares dragon? Isn't it going to be confusing now? It's like if you're in the same place as someone that's got the same name as you, you have to start calling one of them, like, Ares 1 and Ares 2. Like, I've had that a few times in school where it was like Emily 1, Emily 2, and Emily 3. It does feel pretty bad because it's like, what? I'm not good enough to be Emily 1? I'm not good enough to be Ares 1? I'm not paid to win enough to take the spot from the other one? It's very depressing. But, they do have different spellings in their names, which, you know, makes it a little bit easier to differentiate sometimes. But if you're just saying the name out loud, it's like, you wouldn't know which one you're talking about. So, it does get a little bit confusing. But as long as we know that there's the legendary Ares, and then there's the divine, pay-to-win Ares, essentially. Because he's 6,500 gems, and I assure you I would not have paid that much for my legendary Ares dragon, wherever he might be. Here he is. He's sitting in there with Lilith. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that. But, you know, take it as you will. I'm sure I will love having the Cancer dragon in that. And we won't have any shared names then. But it is weird that it's finally decided to happen now. But anyway, like I said, back onto the clan event stuff. You know, before I said I didn't want to make any judgments on this clan event before we learn a little bit more about it. Looks like we've actually hit the first milestone. So good job, clan members. I have also been trying. You can see that all of the other clan dragons are now available to look at in the clan packs now. So if you want to see all of the clan dragons, just go into the event screen, click on a milestone, scroll down, and you'll see all of them. There you go. You've got the Wood Witch, Burgundy, Bullhorn. What is it? Is that your name? Steel Bull. That's it. I've already forgotten all of their names. Steel Bull Warrior and Luma Plant, who is like my favourite one out of all of them. So we do have those new dragons to earn now, so that's going to give us some incentive to actually do things. But the more and more I'm looking at this clan event, the buggier and more annoying it gets by the second. And one example of this is what I'm going to show you right here. So we've got this quest active here. And I said that the arena ones looked like they were probably some of the easier ones to do. So this one here is reach a win streak of 6 in the arena 3 times. So you'd think that if you continued winning past 6 that it would count up in the amount of wins that you get, but it's actually not true at all. Because in the arena right now, I am on a win streak of 6. If I now win and keep going, I will not be able to actually unlock that quest. What I have to do when I reach a win streak of 6 is I have to go in and lose a fight at the moment. I literally have to go in and lose the fight and then go on another 6 win streak. Is what I have to do. I have to lose this fight to reset my win streak to then go on another 6 win streak. Because that's how the event works. And I feel like there's just a better way that most of the quests that are given in the new Sugar Rush event could be done. Because I don't understand why they would force us to reset our win streaks every time if we want to get this quest done quickly. Maybe it's to stop people from getting too many points in the overall leaderboards or something. But it's just really, really annoying. And most of the quests that end up coming up in the clan event tend to be like, get X amount of gold for doing the ruins, and they're all RNG based, so I don't really feel like I'm doing anything. It's like I'm just throwing it down to luck, whether I can actually get that quest completed or not. And then there are certain quests that consist of collecting spring cherries 80 times on your farms, and it takes like, what, 18 hours? But since spring cherries are available to collect every hour, if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of gold, you can't do that quest. And with spring cherries, they're only really good for people that literally can be logging in, like, every hour. I'm just gonna use gems, by the way, because it is gems spending event. Who cares? I don't care enough anymore. I've got some bonus gems from the clam. I'll do it this once. It's just... a lot of the quests just feel way too tedious for very little reason. And so far I have not been having a great time with the clan stuff. And then there are people in general that can't do a single arena fight. Like, they have trouble sometimes with some of the arena stuff. There are people that can't do enchantment fights as well. And there are some enchantment quests in there. There are a few battle quests which aren't too bad as well. You might not have seen them because, like me, maybe you've logged in when everyone's already taken the battle quests away from you. In which case, you just don't get the option to do any battle quests. So, I mean, I do have lots of problems with the current version of the Sugar Rush event. And that's not even including all of the bugs and rollbacks that have been happening today in particular, since the event came out, that just have been really annoying to deal with. So even though in the first video that we took a look at it in, I'm already not getting good vibes. So let's not say that this is my final judgment on the Sugar Rush event. But it's just not been... I expected something very different from what we got, as in enjoyable-wise. So, collect 500 trinkets. That would take 8 hours to do that. So, we could do this one. 500 trinkets is not that bad. Like, this one involves the enchantment league stuff. So, this one, I do not mind it too much, and we get a lot of points for that. So, if we collect, or if we click on that to go and get some trinkets, for example, then we could just go ahead and do it in these enchantment fights. But if you've already used up all of your enchantment league energy, you are going to be waiting hours to be able to continue this quest. So, you've also got to sort of pre-plan way ahead in time to do a lot of the quests, which is sort of annoying. And plus it depends on what chest you're gonna get. There are just so many different variables to doing all of these clan quests this time that I think there's too many. Especially for lower level guys, I think they're gonna have a really tough time doing a lot of the quests that are given to them. It's just... the clan quests were already pretty tedious at times. Like, I didn't enjoy the clan quests as they were, but now they're even more tedious? Really? It's just... I'm really iffy about it. So, let me know what you think. Let me know what your experiences have been, how your clan feels about it as a whole. If you're in my clan, then, you know, just let me know in general, because I have not seen many positive things said about it so far. And I don't just want to sit here hating on the event. I just want to give constructive feedback on the event so that it can be more enjoyable for everyone. There we go. The final fight gave us the trinkets that we needed. So again, I love the trinket quest. I like that one a lot. It's just some of the other quests that are up there, you're just going to be sitting there refreshing and refreshing and refreshing. I mean, we got bonus trinkets out of the chest anyway there, so we would have done it, but, you know, it's just there's some really easy ones and some really bloomin' hard quests out there that mean that getting VIP in events is really RNG based as well. So, I'm not sure how people are going to enjoy that. Hatch 3 dragons with a rarity of uncommon or higher. Unless you have 3 uncommon dragons in your inventory to pre-plan this, it's like, that's not really going to be a thing. If you're breeding anything, you can't really do these. I mean, you can do these ones here that are like hatch 1 dragon with a rarity of uncommon or higher. The only problem is you don't get as many points for this one. And if you want to maximize the amount of points that you get for the amount of available quests that you have for the entire duration of the event, well, you want the highest value quests that you can get. But at this point, do I even care? I don't know, Avocado, do I even care at this point? Like, if anyone has uncommon dragons, it would be someone like me, right? Like the assassin dragon, or the samurai dragon here. Like, I've got no end to uncommon dragons, but it's just, really quite annoying. So rather than hatching one of those, if I was going to go out my way to hatch one of these uncommon dragons to use, I'd probably hatch one like the samurai. You know, it's an 11-hour cooldown. The quest that it was asking for, what was it? It was a 10-hour one for the hatch 1 dragon, and then for the hatch 3 dragons it's a 22-hour quest. So you really have to screw over your hatcheries and your well, yeah, mainly your hatcheries to do all of that. I just hate these. I'm getting rid of the ruin refreshers. Get out. I don't even want to look at you. If I ever see do this in the ruin, I'm just getting rid of it. No. I don't even want you here. I hate it so much. I just don't want to see it anymore. This one here. Harvest this fruit on your farms 80 times spring cherry in 18 hours. It's a tough quest. It's a really tough quest to do that many times because I mean, you've got, what is it, 15 farms, something like that. So you got to do it quite a few times to actually get the event done. So, I don't know, maybe I was just looking to be able to do more of these quests just suddenly. Like this legendary one, harvest this fruit on your farm 30 times dragon scale for a legendary quest. That's actually so good. But everyone's already taken the quest before I can even see it. So I guess if you're slow, I think if you're just slow to the draw on some of these, you're just going to get screwed over quite a bit. I think that's the general gist of it. I'm just going to get rid of the Purple Mon quest. 5,000 quests just aren't really worth it. I would say probably 15,000 plus quests seem to be the play. Like, minimum. Like, realistically, you want every single quest to be, you know, 30k plus. But if you're in a clan that's a little bit tougher, that's not always going to be too doable. So, you know, those are my initial thoughts on all of this. But let me know how you're doing, how your clan is doing. We're in 3rd place now. So again, like I said before, you just got to give people time to complete the quests and, you know, bump the point milestones up. And hope that you get some nice RNG on some nice quests and things like that. So, you know, I think that is going to be everything that I wanted to talk about for now. But, you know, for now, good luck in all of your breeding, your clan quests, whatever you're doing. Hope you have a nice day in general. And until next time, I'll see you then.